Ow! Okay, alright. Hold on, I'm stretching. Give me a second. I don't know why that one felt like that. Okay, sorry. Anyway, hi, this is a song I made. This is the instrumental for a song called 2005 that I made. It is for my next EP that I'm making. It's probably not out when I first drop this, but by the time you see this, it's definitely released, so it'll be in the description or whatever, or something like that, or whatever. Anyway, let's get behind the instruments first, and then I'll play the whole thing. So first, the main component of the song is the strings. The strings are really important to this. This is actually based off of the intro track, the opening animation from Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi for the PlayStation 2. The English version, to be specific. It was just a really striking song, and I've been obsessed with it for a while. So I kind of wanted to replicate that same feeling. So the strings are really similar, but the chords are not the same. The chords are different. Just a little different. Not too different, but a little different. Just to get it out the way, this song is just a lot of layering. So I have the same exact pattern over here on a pad. And then the same exact thing on a piano. Where is that at? So yeah, I kind of want that melody to get stuck in your head a little bit. One thing I really like doing is incorporating leitmotifs into an album. So an album will have one main melody that I'll keep reusing over and over again, but in different contexts. And sometimes not different contexts in the same exact way, just something that sounds familiar. I really like that in music, so I want to try to do it for my own projects. But then, onto the other shit, we have a lead guitar. There's also some bass over there supporting the sound of the guitar, but it's not the actual main bass, because the main bass is right here. I'm tired. And then later on in the track, we have this flute just to add some texture to the song. And then last, we have this melody, which is the longest one here. This is actually taken from the Dragon Ball Z anime soundtrack. It's a really good song that was also stuck in my head for similar reasons. And I found out that it actually works perfectly within these chords that I made. So, you know, I was like, why not, bro? Why not? And then I just went ahead and did it. I probably should have mentioned the fact that I just kind of nabbed this. Probably wouldn't mention that usually, but it's such a background element of the song, I feel like it's okay. For the drums, for the pattern is a really, really simple drum pattern. That kick is really important to the song, I feel like. I wanted it to sound really distorted and kind of like blow out the other instruments in the song, and I think it accomplishes that enough. And then we have the cymbals, which is probably one of my other favorite parts about this song. I feel like this is the part that I had to really get right too, even though it's really simple, as you can see right here. There's nothing really complex about it. And then finally, there's just an orchestral hit. Just, that's all it is. Just to add to the cinematic feel of the song that I wanted to go for. Is cinematic the right word? More like grand. And then over here, we have the drums for like this breakdown section. As you can see right here, these are the drums from the third sanctuary from Deltarune. I really wear my influences on my sleeve. If you feel like something's a reference in my music, it's probably a reference. I was gonna originally just nab it, but then I was like, you know, let me change it up a little bit. And I think that's what I did. I don't remember. I think they actually might be more similar than I'm thinking, but the fact that it's in a completely different time signature makes it sound more unique than it actually is. And yeah, that's pretty much it, aside from small alterations I make during the composition of the song just to add, you know, spice to it. I guess this is the part where I play the whole thing now. yeah, that's it. Last portion. That was kind of a surprise. That's the transition I made for the EP. That's the transition I made. Yeah, I just said that. Fucker. I've seen that transitions have kind of become a trend recently, but I do want to say, if you see anyone doing that shit nowadays, that is 100% inspired by Pierre Bourne. That guy's undefeated when it comes to transitions. And I guarantee you, even if it's not direct influence, like they didn't sit down and listen to a T-Lop album and hear it, that's his bag. And that's where I'm inspired, of course. And I really do believe that transitions help a project feel like one big, complete, coherent experience. So I really enjoy doing them. And also they just sound really good. Aside from anything else, they just sound really good. I like how they sound. And I like making them too. So yeah, that's about it.